I've included pictures of our tile floor types, and they get cleaner with every cleaning. We now have a dog in our household along with 4 kitties and 4 humans, so tons of fur and kitty litter, and human messes lol. I have been using its naturally clean floor cleaner for all types of flooring, and it's awesome. It only takes 1 small capful per clean water reservoir and does a phenomenal job. It's one I discovered on EWG's website, which is for sustainable, safe product information verified unbiased, and is a non-profit organization dedicated to transparency and health for all inhabitants of Earth, including non-humans. I still use the HydroSteam every 2 weeks and am down to 2 to 3 clean tank refills and twice as many empty bin refills. I use the automatic clean function 2 times after each use and then thoroughly rinse everything, including the very front of the unit's head where the roller resides, quickly under hot water in my laundry sink. I recently noticed a buildup of kitty litter beginning inside the suction tube, which is to be expected as I don't vacuum nor sweep prior to using this machine, and that is the purpose of kitty litter, to absorb moisture. So I used hot water to flush the tubing from where the dirty water reservoir would reside and ran the water through until it came clean, and I've had no problems, but will update if anything changes. I also recently brought this to my friend's house where she is dark hardwood flooring throughout her 3,900 square feet house, and every little speck of anything shows on it. She wanted to test it out and is also buying one because she was so impressed, as was I, and there were no streaks. We used the hard floor setting on her wood floors and the steam function on her tiled areas in bathrooms and laundry room. She was wearing a somewhat new pair of Nike shoes that she's worn for a few months inside and outside, and after the cleaning of the first section of her floors, her shoes squeaked on those areas, both tile and wood, but none of the others in her house, and she said, "I now understand what the saying squeaky clean means lol." Needless to say, she was impressed and is also going to buy the Naturally It's Clean floor cleaner to use in her new Bissell HydroSteam. End update. This is an almost perfect cleaning device. We have a 4-person household with 4 cats, which includes lots of fur, food particles, and litter tracking. I do a full house, 3,000 square feet, clean every 2 weeks, and more than half of our house is tile, and the remainder is high pile carpet. I thought purchasing this I would still have to use my Dyson vacuum to vacuum around the edges and corners of the tile floors. Fortunately, this does not need to occur. I am truly amazed at the engineering that went into this tool and am still in awe of the suction power and steam mopping capabilities. The ceramic tile in our house has very wide but deep grout circa 2003 and was professionally cleaned upon moving into it in 2012. Over the years, it has built up discolored residues in heavily used areas of the house, mostly in the kitchen around the sink, dishwasher, and stove where the grout is very dark and dirty. This vac mop visibly and noticeably made a positive improvement upon the first use, as I could literally see the grime being sucked up. I've used this twice so far and am so happy with my purchase. I've owned and own several Bissell products over the years. Big green carpet cleaner, which I sent to my mom a few years ago since she's older and would rent carpet cleaners every few months to clean her expensive and almost 40-year-old Persian rugs, so I wanted to alleviate that taxing burden for her. Steam mop, Pro Pet Revolution carpet cleaner, and Pet Mess hand wet/dry vacuum, which looks like what some may know as a dust buster from back in the day. All these products are awesome, except that the quality of the steam mop wasn't up to my experience with Bissell standards that I'm accustomed. The steam mop was $70 to $80 new, but I bought it used on Amazon in December 2022, and it began leaking a couple of months ago, which is a common problem with that model based upon reviews. My assumption is that you get what you pay for more often than not, and same saying applies to Bissell. I store this HydroSteam vac in the garage next to an outlet for the self-cleaning function, which is loud and much louder than the actual cleaning functions. The self-cleaning capability is also awesome and works very well. I do it twice after use as per instructions and use the brush roll cleaning sample solution included and follow the instructions for cleaning and storing, except that I allow everything to thoroughly dry for several days before reassembly. This vac mop is much quieter than I expected and much quieter than my Dyson vac, which is a huge plus for me and the kitties, though they still don't like it. I look forward to a future when human machines and motors have very little to non-existent sound. The cons of this product for me are minor and do not warrant a return for something that saves me much time and energy with cleaning obligations. The cons so far are: 1. I wish the cord was slightly longer and that the cord holder clip held it in place a little tighter. I had more issues with the cord dislodging during my first use, so that could be due to user error. However, I was more mindful of trying to keep it in place during my second use. 2. The size of this unit is great, and it's very lightweight and the maneuverability is impressive. The only place I cannot use this for my tile is around one toilet, 3 total toilets in-house, on one of the sides nor around the backside of any of the toilets. But I've just modified my cleaning regimen to use my sponge to clean these areas during bathroom cleaning. 3. I wish the wastewater/dirty water tank had a larger capacity. Actually, it would be better if both tanks had larger capacities, but the clean water tank capacity has allowed 2 cleaning passes per 1 emptying of the dirty water tank. However, I do hold the trigger the majority of the time I'm using this vac mop, and a trigger lock would also be a nice addition. I was dumping the dirty water tank into the toilet, but this was messy for me, so I now just use the kitchen sink with garbage disposer. I give the dirty water tank a rinse after each dumping, except I don't rinse the filter, which isn't actually that dirty even at the end, until I'm finished cleaning. Most of the dirty material ends up in the dirty water tank plastic sifting part, which I will empty into the garbage, can opposed to garbage disposal sink if it's really full of mostly cat fur, which occurs after the kitchen and the kitty's ADU area. For more than half of 3,000 square feet of use with this vac mop, for which I use the steam setting the entire time, I empty and refill the tanks 3 to 4 times for clean water tank and 6 to 8 times for the dirty water tank. I was using Bissell's Natural Pet Floor Cleaner for CrossWave machine, which I had purchased for my Bissell Revolution Pet Carpet Cleaner because I don't like all of the excess, unnecessary, and unhealthy chemicals used in many cleaning products these days. I'm going to try a truly natural floor cleaning product next time I clean with this unit, and will update my review based upon that experience and also provide pictures of my tile floors. I was so excited to leave a review for this LOL because it is really awesome and I'm so impressed overall. Oh, last point to mention is that I do have to make a few passes over some dried on gunk, usually food related and or pet related, but this unit still saves me so much time and energy. I've found the most efficient solution to clean these dried-on filths is to make a pass over it, holding the trigger, and letting the cleaning solution soak while I clean around it, and then I'll come back to it and clean it up, which sometimes does take more than once. I'll also clean these spots from different angles, depending on the grooves and fissures in the tiles. I have recommended this cleaning unit to everyone I know because it is such a beneficial addition to my cleaning routine and really provides a deep, thorough cleaning with ease of use, and also mostly cleans itself, at least for the brush roll, which would be the most time consuming part if manual cleaning was necessitated.